Greetings. This is Grandfather. Now, many of you have been alarmed in recent days and weeks about the increase in UFO events. I want to reassure you, especially in places where sightings such as these are uncommon, that this is a good sign. Generally speaking, these events are simply including you, Earth citizens, into the universal community. Many people over the years have had encounters with such beings, and there's been this or that written about it. Sometimes those encounters have been upsetting, but for the most part, whether it made it into print or not, most of those encounters have been benevolent, especially in places where beings and ships have been seen many, many times. A lot depends upon the culture that is contacted. If there is generally fear about many aspects of life, then there might be fear and anxiety about anything that changes. You understand that? If, on the other hand, there is generally welcoming, even about things that are new, then very often the experience is perceived of as benevolent and not simply the unknown. In these times, you will have a considerable increase in what has been known as the unknown, such as UFO sightings and so on. But there will also be more spirit phenomena, now and continuing. There has been a recent increase in television and YouTube participation of ghosts and such things. But just using the term ghost is not sufficient. It's not about frightening you. Granted, some of you have had the experience where you felt a touch, but if it was a light touch, and even if there was a very nice energy with it, you can be certain that this is probably someone you've either known in another life and is able to reach out to you now and give you a gentle touch to let you know that you are loved by them and others. Or it might even be someone you have known in this life who has perhaps passed over and has been given the opportunity from angels and guides and, yes, Creator, to reach out and give you a gentle touch and provide you with gentle, nurturing energy meant to show you that you are loved now by your loved one who has passed over. This kind of spirit phenomena and a great deal more will be seen more and more in the days and weeks to come. Don't let it upset you. Sure, there will be experiences where people are frightened, and perhaps justifiably so, but this will be the great minority. For the most part, these experiences are all meant to welcome you and your spirit, meaning your soul, or even more than your soul, the soul of this life and the soul of all your lives, into your conscious awakening now. You have been promised by many that this awakening will take place. Of course, it's taking place even now, as we speak. And you might reasonably ask, is there a reason for this right now? Why now, some people have said. Well, I've been giving you a lot of training here, and there's been a great deal of training on the blogs, Benevolent Magic, and a mystical man's world, and other places. Explore a race about magic and special prayers and true magic and prayer blessings that can be done to improve the quality of life for you and all beings, and also can be done to recreate through natural magic, which is the universal experience of all life cooperating with all other life to bring about the most desired benevolent result for all beings. And as a result, improve the quality of your lives here now. That's why now. You know there are many problems that need to be solved immediately, not some vague time in the future, but right now. People whose needs are immediate and are agitated or upset because it is way past due, as well as environmental things, chemicals in the waters, and I don't mean in your drinking water to make it more palatable. I mean chemicals that are harmful in the seas and oceans, and that may impact all life. You know about this, and much more. I'm not here to remind you of that which needs to be changed. I am here to remind you that you are all becoming more of your spirit selves as your day-to-day selves. Yes, your soul selves as your day-to-day selves, so that you can request and bring about natural magic to change your life and your world into a more benevolent place. This is all happening for you now. And if you need help or support, just go to a mystical man's world, or the Benevolent Magic blog, or Explorer Race blog, and you'll discover a great deal of what you can do to improve the quality of your life and the quality of life for others right now. These changes, these opportunities, these awarenesses that you have, these abilities that seem to be otherworldly, are part of your actual lives. These are things you do and can take for granted on other planets, in other lives, on other worlds. Now it's time to begin applying them here. It can be done, and it does not have to be so hard. It does not have to be done only by a select few. Give yourself a chance. Read the Benevolent Magic blog. Read A Mystical Man's World. Read Explore Race blog from the beginning and practice the homework as I've mentioned before. Practice the homework you find that appeals to you here on YouTube as well and in other places. You are being invited and welcomed by Spirit and all peoples, by your angels, by your guides, by Creator, and yes, from the UFOs, by ETs who feel good about you and want to help. You are being invited to be your soul self as your day-to-day self, and you can do that now, and even more as the days and weeks come. Good life.